Now, alongside Ukraine, the other big issue for politicians at today's EU summit is agriculture. There have been weeks of demonstrations by farmers in a number of EU countries, and today they've taken their protests to the European Parliament itself, throwing eggs and stones at EU buildings. Some also tried to tear down the barriers in front of Parliament. You're looking at the latest images right now from the heart of Brussels, where riot police have been out and about to try and push those protesters back. Now, the anger has been rising for months. Farmers across Europe saying they can't make ends meet, and EU leaders, they say, need to do much more to help them with rising costs and taxes. Well, to discuss, I'm actually very pleased to be joined now on the line live by Yves Madre. He's the president of the think tank Farm Europe, and he joins us from Brussels, where that summit and that unrest is taking place today. Good afternoon to you, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
The images we're looking at really are quite extraordinary. You know, it's clear there's a good deal of anger among farmers from Italy to Spain to France. So just sort of spell it out for us. Why is there so much concern? Why are they creating so much havoc in the heart of Brussels today?
I think that, as you mentioned, it's not only today in Brussels. It has been for months, I would say nearly more than 1 year and a half. And the fact is that farmers today are just exhausted by standards and financial drain. Just to give one figure, only one, during the last 20 years, the value of the CAP, the European Agricultural Compensatory Payments, has been fallen by 40%. Yes, it's quite huge. 20 years minus 40%. Do you believe that we can ask anyone saying, okay, we will decrease your wage by 40%, but you will do more, much more, please. You will be the one providing food, cheap food if possible, because it's a matter of standard of living of Europeans, of consumers, to give them possibility to live better, that you will be the pillar of life of rural areas, and indeed more recently that you will be the workers of in the European Union of ecological transition. This is on your shoulders. I think that farmers are ready to do that, but it depends how. And of course, just telling them do it and we don't care, or you will do it and we won't support you anymore, no more. And maybe even because it was what they felt during the last month and even today, that they are seen as the bad guys. You are not ready, you don't move enough. So it means that you are not the one able to do the transition or willing to do the transition.
Okay, can I ask you just one quick question? Forgive me for cutting across you. I want to make sure this point is really clear to our viewers. Briefly, if you can, these protests are creating significant disruption today in Brussels, but across Europe as well. What will it take to get the farmers off the streets and back to work? What's the concession they need today?
I think that that's not a matter of just few short-term announcements. The Commission presented yesterday some measures, short-term measures. They are nice, useful for sure, but that's not enough. I think that today, political decision makers should be clear and answer to only one little question. Does agriculture still have a strategic meaning for the European Union? And what does the European Union still want its farmers? So do we accept that in order to be able to do the ecological transition that we need, that we desperately need, we need more growth, more agricultural production, while at the same time decreasing the footprint. This is doable. There is no problem. There is a pathway to succeed, which means that we need to invest. We need to bet on agriculture and to invest. And this is the point, this is the true question that farmers are willing to hear some answers. Not only saying, yes, we'll do it, the CAP more simple, we'll decrease the administrative burden. Okay, it has been a subject of discussion for years. No, now this is the right time when people should answer this question. Do we want a European agriculture? Do we need growth? Do we need farmers? Or just are we happy to import more?
OK, I think I understand your point clearly. Thank you very much indeed. Unfortunately, we'll have to leave it there, but I appreciate your time. Yves Madre talking to us there from the think tank Farm Europe.